All right, let's try again, shall we? Let's see, the connection was a bit of hit and miss for a second. Welcome to my daily broadcast. This is Barry Selby, and this is my Facebook Live for today. And this is Messages from the Masculine, number 48. I'll get the title in a moment. Let me begin by introducing myself. As I said, my name is Barry Selby. I am known as the Love Doctor to my friends. Sorry, I just saw something out of the corner of my eye pulled my attention. I'm a relationship attraction expert, a passionate champion of the divine feminine, and a best-selling author, speaker, and coach. All of that just for you. And today's topic is actually something that came up from a post. I tend to find my daily broadcasts, by the way, are inspired by something I noticed that day. I don't have an agenda. I don't have like a list ahead of time what I'm going to talk about. It's usually something that day that inspires me to talk. And this is actually a shift from a talk I did a while ago about gentlemanly conduct, which I've done a couple of aspects on in previous broadcasts. But today's Facebook Live, number 48 in the ongoing daily series, it keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. And I just signed up today for another 30-day challenge, so I guess I'll be going until number 70 by the time I've finished. So I'm loving these broadcasts because they really do help deliver. So today's topic, let me get to that, is you don't deserve a gentleman. The thing that's not in there is the word unless. And I'll get to that in a moment too. So before I start, let me just give you some groundwork about where I come from, what I'm about. As I said, I am a relationship attraction expert and a passionate champion of the divine feminine. Hence, these talks are messages from the masculine to inspire the feminine heart. Actually, on my website, they're called Messages from the Masculine to Inspire Your Feminine Heart. And they usually talks about feminine leadership, feminine strength, about how to be more feminine in your life, etc., etc. Which is why this topic is coming up. Because when I say you don't deserve a gentleman, I should really say it as, how do I say this? You should stop settling for less than you deserve, which is a gentleman. That's the long-winded way of saying it. I saw a post today on a friend's wall, and she's a dear friend of mine, and she speaks highly about masculine and feminine too, and we understand each other really well. And she put up this list of about 10 or 11 qualities of a gentleman, which include things I've talked about before, such as, so you, in case you're making notes, he opens the door for you. Actually, he opens the door for any woman. He helps you with your coat. He offers you his coat when it's cold. He will pick up the check, or at least aim to pick up the check as best as possible. Occasionally you fight over it for fun, but at least make a valiant effort to take the check. That's especially nowadays, kind of interesting conversation in a whole nother broadcast, probably, about who pays. What else was there? Oh, he's polite. He uses the words like please and thank you in his conversation. He's respectful of people who have whatever station people are at, less or above him. And let me think. Sorry, I just saw a comment. I'll keep going and hope it comes through. Sorry, by the way, I'm doing this on Facebook Live, but we'll repurpose this to YouTube in case you're watching it there. So comments that I'm seeing on Facebook Live will not be seen on YouTube. So someone just told me they said it was freezing, so I'm not sure if it is or not. I'm going to keep going and see if it works this time. It's been a bit hit and miss today. These talks I've been doing have been thematic and also very diverse. This one today is actually to give you some hints about your own, ladies, your own self-support, self-regard, and self-respect. I am passionate about women being treated with respect, as you may have noticed in my broadcast, and I wish that all men would act like gentlemen. At the same time, I also wish that all women would claim that they deserve that and basically not settle for less than that in their lives. I have seen plenty of women. I shared a story a while back about when I was up in the Bay Area about a woman who was dressed perfectly, beautifully, appearance, summer night, short dress, beautiful tanned legs, high heels on, just high-heeled sandals, open-toe shoes. Sorry, I'm a guy. Know about shoes. Had her hair done, makeup done, looked beautiful. And her boyfriend was walking along like a schlub with his baseball cap on backwards, tennis shoes, torn jeans, and all sorts of stuff. And I was just so, it was stirring things up in me, about upset. I was going to turn around and smack the guy around the head, which I wouldn't do that. But the feeling was there because he didn't dress to respect her. And that's the thing, is One, it's that he didn't respect her. Secondly, she didn't call him on it. So there's both sides of the equation here. Men, please honor your women, respect them, treat them with dignity, treat them with authority. Ladies, make sure your man does that for you. It works both ways. This is a equally accountable conversation here, and I'm getting juiced on this. Okay, great. In the conversations I've had with clients, a lot of times there's this sense about how they were dealt with, how they were treated in the past. And if you've been in that situation too, where your experience in past relationships has been where you didn't get respected, then I really want to say to you, change your paradigm, change your pattern, change your programming, because we as human beings have a tendency to repeat patterns again and again and again until it's so uncomfortable we stop. So let's make it uncomfortable. Let's get clear on what you really do want and make what you don't want so uncomfortable you never go back to it. That's kind of the work I do with my clients. So when I say you don't deserve a gentleman, the way you play down your own value, the way you choose to settle for less than you deserve, unfortunately, is what really puts you at the level where you don't get what you deserve. That kind of makes sense. Your ability to attract what you want is predicated upon you having a standard of life, a standard of choice, a standard of respect that's high enough to match that. So if you are in your own paradigm not believing you're valuable enough and deserving enough to have a healthy relationship at that level, you settle for here, the man you attract won't be the gentleman you're really looking for. It'll be somebody down here. I mean, this is kind of hopefully simple and clear stuff. So raise your standards, raise your intention, raise your values to where you truly deserve. Now, for some of you this may be challenging because you've been so mistreated in the past, in relationship, in family dynamics, in your job perhaps, where your self-reflection, your self-support, and your own self-perspective has been beaten up. I feel for you, I really do. I've been through those experiences myself at different ages of my life. And in my coaching and my support of my clients, sometimes that's what comes up is their past relationships have been abusive energetically, whether it was physically or verbally, but even just mentally and emotionally abusive. So that my clients have had to deal with I'm looking for the right word. The right word is basically to deal with this lesser than who they are. They've been basically beaten up, beaten down, beaten sideways by past relationships energetically, so that they don't have the confidence in themselves to really hold for the standard of what they really want. They don't believe they deserve it, so they put up with less than that, and then they keep repeating the cycle again and again and again. So when I say you don't deserve a true gentleman, it's because you've programmed yourself that way. This is not, I mean, this may be cold hard facts for some of you. And for some of you, this is not relevant at all, I understand. For some of you, you're way beyond this, which is great. But you may know some people out there, some friends, other women, who have been dealing with this for a while and haven't learned how to get out of it. I'm here to help you if this is something you want to work with, work through, work beyond. One of those phrases. But my passion is supporting you get what you want. So, this comes back down to the simple message that the reflection of your life is what's around you. How you value yourself is reflected by the environment you're in, the people who come to you, the people around you, your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your social life. If that doesn't match what you want, time to check inside, because that's the barometer at which you know how you're doing. If you feel uncomfortable in those environments, then you're growing beyond it, which is a good sign. Hopefully you're growing beyond it. But if you're comfortable in those places and you want to change it, start getting uncomfortable, because that's the first step towards getting free of the old limiting and depleting energy to grow into what you really want, to attract a gentleman, a man who you deserve and who deserves you. It's time you get what you want. Does this make sense? This talk is a seed planting in a way. It's a reminder to you that perhaps you've been selling for less than you deserve. 2 words. Stop it. Sorry, I had to quote an old YouTube video from many years ago. Comedy routine about the 5-minute therapy. Anyway, you can look it up on YouTube. That's another conversation. If you want to get help, reach out. My work, my service to you is to help you with this. If you know what's in the way and you can work through it, great. If your standards are already right, already raised up to where you truly deserve to be, awesome. But if you're stuck on the way, don't do it alone. Get help. That's it. This talk felt a bit staccato, I know. It didn't feel as smooth, and I know I've had some signal difficulties, so hopefully this video came out okay. If not, I may record, we'll see. But do join me daily. I do daily broadcasts on Facebook Live to talk about these sort of conversations and topics. If you want help, if you have questions, if you have thoughts, please comment below. Please share this with people who you think need to see it. If you want help, reach out. Direct message me, check out my website, check out my videos. These daily broadcasts, this is number 48. That means there's 47 I've done before this you can go check out as well. And there's more coming. I'll be back tomorrow with another one. So thanks for joining me, as always, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care of yourself and raise your standards. Bye.